I thought I was watching a college football game, man. The Raiders won this game 63-21 in a blowout. This was one of the most points scored in the NFL. This was probably the most points the Chargers allowed in franchise history. Brandon Staley's job net is now officially in jeopardy right now, man. Um, things do not get better for the Chargers right now. Uh, I think they jumped it up in this game 21-0. Then by halftime, it was 42-0. Aiden O'Connell had four touchdown passes by the time the first half came about. But this was all bad, man. It didn't look good. Chargers dropped to 5-9, lose their second straight game. The Raiders actually moved to 6-8 right now. So this was not good. A lot of people are talking about Brandon Staley's job right now, and I think he should get fired immediately, man. I don't know why he hasn't gotten fired in the first place. You look at their coaches, Anthony Lynn, Mike McCoy. The general manager normally lets the coaches finish up their deal or whatever they sign for their contract. Um, Staley signed a 4-year contract. I think he was getting 4 million each year. He still has one more year left on his contract. I don't know if it's gonna last that long. Um, I'm with everybody else. I think he should get fired. I think he should be gone immediately. But I do think I won't be surprised if they do keep him. But I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting fired the very next day because this was bad. It was really bad. Yes, Justin Herbert did not play. He had an injured finger out for the season. There was no Keenan Allen. Also, the offense wasn't effective at all. Five turnovers in this game. Um, three lost fumbles. One lost fumble by the quarterback. I think three of them came from the wide receivers and the running backs. Um, had one interception. That pick six was so easy. Two defensive touchdowns returned for a touchdown. Devontae Adams went over 100 yards. Josh Jacobs didn't even play. Aiden O'Connell looked pretty good, almost threw for 300. Easton Stick, that's the only time I'm going to say his name. Easton Stick was the backup quarterback. He didn't play a bad game. He had three touchdowns, I think. Yeah, three touchdowns, one interception. He throw the close to 250, but they still lost this game, man. This was really good. It was horrible. It was embarrassing. I would be ashamed to be a Chargers fan. I would be ashamed to be part associated with this franchise at all because this didn't look good from the beginning. I mean, the Raiders, they can't be so excited about this, man. You played against no Keenan Allen. You played against no Justin Herbert. You played against a backup quarterback with no experience at all. You moved to 6-8, so I wouldn't be too excited about it because you still got to get in the playoffs. I think you're a game and a half away from the playoffs, so I wouldn't get all excited, man. All the Raider fans out there, good win, but this you got to move on to the next game. It was a great win for you guys. You broke a lot of records in this game, from the most points scored, most point and a half, what Aiden O'Connell did. It was great. But I think the story of this game is Brandon Staley and the Chargers. You let this happen. This might be more embarrassing from what the Miami Dolphins did to the Denver Broncos this year. But the Broncos, we're not talking about that no more because they have completely turned the season around and they're on verge to possibly winning the division a game back and against the Chiefs. Probably could catch a wild card playoff berth with and they happen to be in the same division. The Chargers, the the Chargers, the Chargers get blown out and getting dropped 63 like this. This team, my, this division might be the worst division this year, man. You have Mahomes struggling, and the Chiefs struggling. You got the Raiders who had a whole bunch of coaches, including the GM and the head coach fired. You see what's happening to the Chargers right now. So, and then you see what happened to the Broncos earlier this season. So, and AFC West, it's not a good season for you guys, man. It's been a complete failure for you guys. If the Chiefs don't make it to the Super Bowl or somewhere close to the Super Bowl, this might be the worst division in the NFL. You can say whatever you want to say about the NFC South, but this is below standards, man. We always are so high on the Chargers, all these expectations, but they continue to disappoint you. And this time they definitely got embarrassed and humiliated tonight, man. Once again, Brandon Staley, I expect him to get fired the very next day. If he doesn't, I'm surprised. If he stays, I, w- I wouldn't be surprised also. So we'll see what happens, man. It ain't good for the Chargers right now, man. It's really bad. Back to reset. Maybe Justin Herbert is that guy because they can't do nothing without him. I think the team goes the way Justin Herbert goes. All right, man. I'm getting out of here, man. With that being said, MBS Uncensored. We out.